bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. All right, I would like to ask for the God of Dislikes to entrust me with the right connections. And it doesn't have to be a lot of connections. I'm asking him to entrust me with good quality connections, even if it's just one or two. Here's why. I learned the hard way these last couple of months that my career isn't at its full potential, in large part because I'm not networking with the right people. I think there's a lot of hidden potential energy in my career that hasn't been activated yet. And when I look at the people I admire at work or at other jobs or at the dream job that I probably won't be going into in the near future, the common denominator is that they had the right networks to get where they were. Were they talented? Sure. But that talent could have probably just as easily been dormant, right? I also know a lot of introverted people, including myself, but others as well, who have a lot of latent talent that is not out there. It's sad, right? I see it all around me, actually. I'm dating a distant cousin of Eve Curry, and I see it in her as well. She's very much more introverted than I am. She's 28 years old, still lives with her parents. The girl I dated in Vietnam, also very similarly situated, I would say. She knows a lot. Like we would be talking about something, and all of a sudden, she would digest the entire big picture. But unfortunately, all that talent just sits idly. She works at a customer service kind of job, and all that good talent just sits idly, latent. And I don't need to tell you guys, we don't live forever, right? I'll let you calculate how many days a typical human lifespan is, and day after day for these people just go by right by, right? Right now, I'm recording this just before Halloween. It wasn't that long ago when we were making New Year's resolutions, right? It wasn't that long ago when we elected our current king, right? It wasn't that long ago when he passed the tariffs, right? And day after day after day after day, some of this good talent just sails away, right? That's the unfortunate part. Now, I did try to network with people to try to break the curse, but I ran into a lot of drama. I went to the break room at the community college one day and I quickly got myself overwhelmed. And I had to go to my car just to cry. And and then here in Tempe, near Phoenix, we have a new Lego store that's opening soon, bricks and minifigures. And I looked into whether or not I could get a part-time job there. Not that it would be the dream job, but it would afford me networking with Lego people, right? Right now, part of the missing piece in my Lego ideas submissions is the networking, right? Well, it turns out I didn't have the right connections. They kind of already hired from the inside out, right? Maybe family, friends, and all that. But they did invite me to go build with them on their opening day, and I did. And I quickly got myself overwhelmed and had to walk out of that too. And then I went to my car and I told the God of Dislikes, please, I put my hands up in the air. God of Dislikes, take the networking situation from me and drive this train, please. I literally said that out loud with the windows rolled up so that nobody would think I was crazy. But as I got in my car, that's what I said out loud. And I felt better after I said it. So I think the God of Dislikes has taken it off of my hands, and I'm entrusting him to drive this train where it needs to go. But please pray for me. I do really love my current financial situation. Right now, the metals are at a high, and I got a net worth of, well, it's probably a little bit lower now, but earlier in the month, in the year when I did the calculation, it was 1.5 million. I got mining stocks, I got precious metals, I got strategic metals, and I got some emerging market stocks. And so, and so, I have time on my hands, right? While I'm looking for that Lego job, I'm not forced into taking toxic jobs that I don't want, right? Or uh, if that Lego job goes right, it's probably not going to pay nearly as much as the community college or the tutoring centers, but it will afford me better networking. I can use some of my financial situation to supplement that while I make some friends, right? I'm so glad I have that on my side at least, right? I didn't always have that flexibility, um, but I want to see a world, and this is something I need to work on to advocate as well. I want to see a world where introverts have a voice in our society. Right now, so much of our work is based on who can network, who can kiss the right asses, um, uh, right? I think the tide is already shifting, but I want to see more of the shift. I want to see a world where, like my friend, the distant cousin of Eve Curry. Eve Curry is kind of lucky in the sense that she lives with her family. She's got a younger brother, 24 years old, and they both live with her mom, a single mother. But they got three working adults in that household. No kids. They got some pets, but no kids. And the three of them just kind of support each other, right? When that way, when Eve Curry goes to work and sees something she doesn't like, she speaks up, right? She's got two other incomes to fall back on, right? So ditto with the rest of that family, right? I like it. I like it. I, I don't think we're going to become serious material, but if it happens, one in a million chance it happens, we become serious material. Maybe the four of us could all join together, and we'd be a heck of a lot less toxic, right? Um, but I'm so glad I have room to maneuver these days. What I don't have, I have financial resources. What I don't have extra of is time. So, for example, I drive a Honda Civic. I really want to get a backup camera. I feel like every day I drive without one, I'm putting myself at risk. I cannot bring myself to bring my car to there's this shop that does all sorts of audio gear and all that because it's so off the beaten path. There's nothing in that area of town that I want to do, and I've been putting it off. Ditto with laundry, right? I was living with in a situation that didn't have laundry machines. And to give you an idea of how frustrating the laundromats are, oftentimes it's easier for me to go to Goodwill and buy something cheap to wear, and then worry about the laundry later. And so that's how crazy doing laundry is for me. Um, and it was really funny because I was looking at my investment balances and I was doing the math. I have between my retirement accounts, my taxable accounts, and all the stuff that I have at home. It really was 1.5 million. And and I when I went to work to negotiate, I thought, you know, I reminded myself, Peter, you got 1.5 million. You can speak up. You can tell your boss how much these things would be helpful to change in the office. I was literally telling myself that, but at the same breath, I got to tell myself I don't have time to fix the car and all that, and so it's kind of unfortunate, right? All right. I want to see two things. I want the God of dislikes to entrust me with just good a good couple of connections, not a lot. I'd be overwhelmed if it were a lot. Quality, not quantity, number one. And Eve Curry is a good one, by the way. Quality of connections. Entrust me with more time in my life. And what was the other one? And entrust me with the right advocacy to get introverted people to be more included in our society. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum